Hello children, in today's EVS 2 lesson, we are going to learn a new lesson, the Oath of Swaraj. Before learning today's lesson, let me remind you children that in the last lesson, we learned that Jijamata had made up her mind that when her son would be born and when he grows up, he will not be a Sardar in anybody's court, neither in the Sultan's court nor in the Mughal's court. She had made this in her mind when she was pregnant with Shivaji. Even before the birth of Shivaji, she had made up her mind. So, when her son was born, she was bringing up him to be a king who would bring happiness to the people. You all remember that people were not happy during Sultan's time. So, Shivaji was growing up keeping this in his mind that he would make the people happy by establishing Swaraj, a kingdom which will be for the people and by the people, which will be a kingdom of the people. So, this was Jijamata's dream, that her son would establish a kingdom for welfare of the people and he will be the king of that kingdom. So, in today's lesson, we are going to learn how Shivaji makes his mother's dream come true. Now in 1645, if you all remember children, at that time Shivaji was just 15 years old. In 1645, he was 15 years old. If you remember, Shivaji was born in the year 1630. So in the year 1645, a great event took place. Shivaji had called a meeting of his friends. All of them had gathered. Where? This was a beautiful place to the southwest of Pune, and it was called as Raireshwar. It was a Shiva temple, and all his friends had gathered. If you all remember, Shivaji used to go and play with the friends who were living in the Mawla region. They were called as Mawlas. So those friends had gathered here in this temple. Now what did they discuss? Now, to these friends, Shivaji said, he was very young at that age. Even then, he could see so many things that was happening in the kingdom. He said, friends, you all know that my father is a Sardar, and he is a Sardar in the court of Adil Shah, and he has given me the Jagir of Pune, and I am happy. Everything is going on well and everything is peaceful, but I am not happy. My father is a Sardar and all the Sardars are Sardars in the court of Sultans or the Mughals. And whatever these Sultans give, they take it, and all these Sardars live out of whatever these Sultans give. We are living like slaves. How long we should live like this? And moreover, we are surrounded by foreign kingdoms. They are always fighting with each other, and there is always war going on. And in these wars, it is our own people who are getting killed. And because of the death of the family members, our people are suffering. They are facing destruction. So now How long we should allow all these things to happen? And why should we tolerate this? And why should we give our lives for the sake of these sultans? How long we should allow to continue just for the sake of a small jagir? So when Shivaji was saying this, his face had become red with anger and he stopped speaking in the middle and he started looking at his friends. All the friends who had gathered there, they were listening to him with full attention and they were able to see what Shivaji was going to tell ahead. They said, "Oh Prince, you just tell us what is there in your mind clearly. We are prepared. We are ready to give our lives for whatever you say." And all other friends said, "Yes, we are ready to give our life if we are going to do good for the people." When Shivaji heard this, he felt very, very happy. He was very much impressed and he said, "Friends, our path is clear, our vision is clear. We all will work hard to make our dream come true. Our dream is to establish Hindvi Swaraj. It is our own Raj, yours and mine and everybody's. And we are not going to live like slaves anymore. So, today, in front of this Lord Raireshwar, let us all make a promise that we are going to work for the establishment of Swaraj and we are ready to give our life for this sake and we will work till we achieve it." So the temple echoed with the words of Shivaji and Shivaji said, "God thinks that this kingdom should take shape as Hindvi Swaraj. We shall see that the God's wishes fulfilled." So with all these promises, all the Mavlas and Shivaji left that Raireshwar temple. All of them made oath in front of Lord Raireshwar, Lord Shiva, and they were all very happy. Now this Raireshwar temple looks like this now. This is inner sanctum and this is from outside. So after this, all of them left the temple and Shivaji also went to Lal Mahal and to meet his mother. If you all remember, from childhood, after coming home, he used to tell whatever had happened that day. So he came home and he told Jijamata what all had happened at Raireshwar temple. When Jijamata heard this, she was so satisfied. She was so happy, very, very happy. She was overjoyed and she felt that her son is going to make her dream come true, which is there in her mind. So after this, Shivaji and his friends, they got busy with their training. They started taking training in swordsmanship, riding, exploring secret paths in the hills, and they started getting familiar with the general topography. Topography means where there is hill, where there are forts, and if there is a valley, how deep it is. Each and every detail they will find out about that place. That is called as topography. And possible communication routes means how they can communicate with their friends. All these things they started finding out. And in the marbled regions, he won many people and they became his devoted followers and they were ready to give their life for the sake of Shivaji and Swaraj. So because of all this, Shivaji became more courageous and his enthusiasm increased. It became more, and his urge to establish Swaraj became more. And he started making detailed survey of all the forts. See, all the forts in that land were in the control of sultans, and how much army is there in that area, and where they have kept their ammunitions, means weapons, where there are underground routes, secret pathways, cellars. Cellar means underground rooms where they store the necessary things for their kingdom. So like this everything was going on, and there were 12 marble region around Pune, and all these areas there were many Watandars, Deshmukhs and Deshpandes, and they were very much attached to their Watans. They always fought with each other for the sake of their Watan. Watan means Jagir. And in this they wasted money and also manpower. Manpower means many people died. So Shivaji saw this waste of money and manpower, and he decided to stop this. He decided to put an end to it. So he visited these Deshmukhs and he spoke to them, and he explained to them about Swaraj, and many of them, they realized their mistakes and they became Shivaji's follower. But some were not willing. They wanted only their Jagir. They did not wanted Swaraj, nothing. They didn't want to make people happy. With such people, Shivaji fought, and he brought them under his control. So with this, everybody were very pleased with Shivaji's work. Now Zundarrao Maral, Haibatrao Shilamkar, Baji Pasalkar, Vithoji Shitole, Jede, Pai Gude, Bandal were some of the Deshmukhs in the Mavel Valley, and they started accepting Shivaji as their leader. So the dream of Swaraj was fast approaching. It was becoming true in a very short time. Now, if you all remember, children, Shivaji was sent to Pune by Shahaji Raje with many teachers, and he had also sent a flag. If you all remember, we had learned that in the last lesson, because Shahaji Raje had made up his mind that Pune Jagir will be administered in the name of Shivaji. So along with these things, he had also sent a very important thing. Shahaji Raje had sent a flag. Along with the flag, he had also sent a royal seal. He had cast a special royal seal for Shivaji. What is this royal seal? See, can you recognize these coins, children? Yes, these are the coins we use in India to buy things. So, on this, can you see that emblem of India of 3 lions which can be seen? Actually, it is of 4 lions, but here we can see only 3 lions. This is called as emblem of India. So, this emblem will be there on each and every currency notes, coins, government documents, everywhere you will get to see this. So even you can observe the coins and notes you have at home. Okay, so in olden days, each and every king had their own seal. These seal were there on each and every letter sent by the king. So important documents maintained in the kingdom had this seal. So it was called as royal seal. So Shivaji's royal seal was a very special one, because in olden days all the royal seals used to be in Persian language. Children, tell me, is Persian language our language? No. You are establishing a kingdom which will make your people happy. Then the seal also should be in our language. So Shahaji Raje had cast a royal seal in Sanskrit language. Now, this is the royal seal of Shivaji Maharaj. On this it was written, Pratipat Chandra Lekheva Vardishnu Vishwavandita Shahasunu Shivashecha Mudra Bhadraya Rajate. What is the meaning of this? So, according to this royal seal, it said, see, this seal is like a new moon. So, how much moon do you get to see on a new moon day? There won't be any moon in the sky. But gradually, from the next day, you start getting to see the line, crescent line of the moon, and that crescent moon starts growing day by day, and one day it will turn into a full bright moon. That we call it as full moon day. So the same way, now my kingdom is very small, like new moon day, and slowly it is going to become big and bright like full moon day one day, and I am Shivaji, son of Shahaji, will receive respect from the whole world, and this kingdom will always work for the welfare of the people. So, this was written on the royal seal. When people saw this royal seal, they could see that the Swaraj was taking its birth slowly and gradually, and Mavalas were guarantee that one day Shivaji's government is going to work for the welfare of the people, and they were very happy to see this growth started by Shivaji Maharaj with the help of Shahaji Raje. Before ending the lesson, let us revise, children, what we have learned today. Shivaji Raje took oath of Swaraj in the year 1645 in a place called Raireshwar Temple, which was to the southwest of Pune in a deep forest. After taking the oath of Swaraj, all his friends started working towards it. They started taking training in sportsmanship, horse riding, finding the secret paths in the hills, and getting familiar with the general topography of the land, how and where the enemies are keeping their ammunitions, and underground routes, and where they have kept the cellars. All these details they started finding out, and while doing this, Shivaji spoke to many Watandars who were there in the 12 Mawal regions, and many of them they started accepting Shivaji as their leader, but some who were not ready, Shivaji fought with them and defeated them and brought them under his control. Shahaji Raje, when he had sent Shivaji to Pune, along with him he had sent many people, treasury, a flag, and also he had cast a special royal seal for Shivaji. So it was written on this royal seal, Pratipat Chandra Lekheva Vardhishnu Vishnu Vandita Shahasuno Shivashaicha Mudra Bhadraya Rajate. So with this royal seal was cast in Sanskrit language. In those days, all the royal seal were cast in Persian language, but when Mawals saw that the royal seal was cast in Sanskrit language, they were very happy, and they understood that in few years Swaraj will be established, and this Swaraj will work for the welfare of the people. So children, read this lesson and you will be able to understand much better. Till then, goodbye.